What's up YouTube, it's Leak. This video is going to be about the latest changes and my overall review of the final First Ascendance beta. You already know to drop a sub on YouTube and a follow on Twitch. We're trying to reach a goal of 100 subs on YouTube and 100 followers on Twitch. Let's get to the review. We're going to kick this review off by talking about the gameplay. As far as gameplay goes, the gameplay feels good as the last beta. The gunplay feels well. I struggled on using the grapple a little bit, but I think that was just me. I also felt like all the abilities and everything worked well with the gameplay and the gunplay, so that's a plus. I didn't run into any server issues or lag spikes during the beta, and the graphics also looked good. Now on the boss fights, I really enjoyed specifically this boss fight. It was a cool boss fight. It was kind of challenging, especially at the level that I was at the time. It had multiple attacks. It also broke structures. It was just a full-on hectic boss fight all around, and especially for the arena size, which made it fun. Everyone had to constantly be moving the entire fight with this one. Now for characters. The main characters I was using was Ultimate Viessa and Bunny. Now I used Viessa for her ice abilities. She had a couple good ice abilities. Pretty good for air clearing. Both of the characters I was using was pretty good for air clearing, and I was farming the defense mission, so that came in clutch. I didn't really get to max Viessa out this beta, but I'm pretty sure that maxed out her abilities is going to be 10 times better because they was already good and I was a low level with her. So now Bunny been my favorite character to use both of the betas that I played because of her speed and her electricity, and she's my top player for ad clearing. If you build her right, she will literally clear out an entire field of enemies. One thing about Bunny is when you first use her, she is kind of squishy. She takes a lot of damage, but as you unlock more mods, just put on damage resistant mods and you should be alright. She also has a second ult you can unlock that basically turns her into a running nuke. She will literally explode and electrocute everything around her, and it stacks with the other abilities. One thing that was different than the last beta is the fact that they added a battle pass. Now I know most people, it's mixed signals with the battle pass, but I really liked it. They had a lot of useful resources, and also they had a lot of good gun skins, and once you max out this battle pass, they had an extra battle pass that you could get even more items from, which I thought was cool. And it's nice to have multiple options to get materials from the Research Institute and plus the battle pass. Now they have mentioned that they was going to change up the battle pass a little bit, so instead of buying items with points, we were going to just get it as we progress through the game, which is cool to me. Now if you had to ask me, I like the gun skins better than the player cosmetics. But yeah, that was pretty much for the battle pass. Now let's move on to the store. Now for the store, that's where you're gonna get all the good player outfits. You can purchase the battle pass with the currency that they provided us with. You can buy the Ultimate Descendant bundles, and you can RNG for paint. You can buy materials, then you can go RNG for paint. That's one thing I was kind of skeptical about, and also people in the community was. And I don't blame them for being like that. So basically you come here with your 3 materials you bought and you roll for the color. If you don't get the color, then too bad, basically, because I wanted my black and I ain't never get my black. Why didn't I get my black? I didn't get my, what? On to player mods. Now the mods do a lot of different things. Mostly it enhances your character's abilities, and it makes certain abilities stronger. For example, Bunny is real squishy. I added a couple defense mods and things to make her a little bit more tanky. Now she like a tank. Also, you can customize the grapple, and it gives you extra slots. You need slots to upgrade your mods, because when you upgrade your mods, it take up the slots. It's a lot, but once you get to playing the game, it becomes like second nature. You'll catch on real fast. The game will also apply mods to your character that's best suited for you if you want to. So what I did was I made my own little class, and then I let the game choose my second class, which was real good. Now the reactor enhances your character's overall abilities, so I'm using Bunny so it would enhance all of my electric attack power. Now for the external components, I just put on a lot of stuff for defense and shield, just anything to make Bunny more tanky. Now it's the same thing for the gun mods. The Thunder Cage is literally the best gun to use with Bunny right now because it does burst of lightning damage. And I just put on a bunch of like crit. I try to focus on crit mods and mods to do more damage. And you can go to this guy and upgrade, dismantle, and combine mods. And every time you upgrade a mod, it'll take up a slot in your capacity. But I just made sure I upgraded my grab one. I was good. I really didn't get much from combining modules. It made more sense to just dismantle them for the materials. They also have different ways to enhance your weapons, like weapon level transmission. So this basically is how you upgrade your weapons. You just combine it with a gun that has higher stats than that gun you're trying to upgrade, and it'll infuse it together. Now weapon readjustment is basically if you don't like the rolls that your gun already has, you can spin that material that I have on the top right, and then you'll be able to switch out the perks. But you can also lock certain perks that you want, so you'll be able to build the perfect guard roll for you. Now enhancing unique abilities is only for ultimate guns, but you basically can enhance that gun's ability. So as you can see, I enhance my overcharge ability on a Thunder Cage, and that's basically going to make my ability work more consistent. Now reactor enhancement, basically it'll upgrade my character's abilities. I'm using Bunny, so I put on an electric one, so it's going to upgrade my electric overall abilities. And you'll be spending 2 of those hard to get materials at the bottom to upgrade them. Speaking of hard to get materials, you get them from here, the Research Institute. So basically, you gotta spend different currencies and different materials to craft items. You can craft your ultimate characters from here, you craft your ultimate guns from here. So basically, you're gonna get the best things from here, plus things that you need to progress in the game. Similar to Warframe, when you craft the item, you'll have to wait a couple minutes or a couple hours depending on the item that you're crafting, unless you want to spend a currency to get it earlier. And I haven't had to wait days yet for an item, but who knows how it's going to be upon the final release. I also wanted to mention that when me and my friends finished the beta, they provided us with a whole bunch of mods, materials, and just everything so we can upgrade and, you know, experiment with different builds, and we really liked that. We did notice that it was overall less things to do and basically less content than the first beta. But I do take it in consideration that it was only 2-day beta, but still, like, we had no content. We finished it in about 6 hours, probably not even that, and it was barely any content. And one thing right quick, this was the main thing that I was farming. It's just basically missions that you already beat, but it was dropping good materials and stuff that I needed for my upgrades. So I was just farming this for the rest of the beta. But yeah, my overall review of the game is pretty good. I mean, other than the lack of content, it's a real good game. It's a good game to vibe out to. You can play with some friends or just to chill on your off time. And plus, it's going to be free to play upon release, so there's nothing really stopping you from giving it a shot. But yeah, that was my review. I appreciate everyone that stayed this long. And most importantly, don't forget to like and sub to the channel. It really helps the channel out. And be on the lookout for more gameplay videos. I'll be playing games that I mentioned in my top 5 video, and I'll pin that at the end of this video. Thanks for hanging with Leak. Leak out. Woohoo!
Leak, you got me hooked with that question.